longest letter in Revelation is, ironically, written to the smallest and least known city. Thyatira lay on the road between Pergamum and Sardis and was founded by the Greeks in 300 BC. It was in an open, flat valley, and being a gateway to Pergamum, often housed troops to defend that city. Its main claim to fame was a significant number of trade guilds based there, including wool, linen dyeing, garment making, tanners, potters, bakers, slave dealers and brass workers. A trade guild is an association of traders, membership of which was essential for those wanting to pursue a trade. The problem for the believers in Thyatira was that their meetings often involved acts of pagan worship and sexual immorality. As we know from Paul's letter to the Corinthians, avoiding involvement with these things was hard to do in wider society without offending unbelievers. So Jesus addressed an influence within the church which he described as seducing my servants into these practices, and he promised to cut them off. He encouraged the saints in Thyatira to hold fast to what he had given them. In Acts 16, we're introduced to a woman named Lydia, whom Paul had encountered in Philippi. Luke describes her as a worshipper of God, and she was one of the first to receive the gospel message in Philippi. It was in Lydia's home where the church began. Luke tells us that she was from the city of Thyatira and describes her as a seller of purple goods. Thyatira was also a significant centre for the wool trade in the ancient world, and Lydia was probably a seller of purple-dyed fabrics. One of the city's speciality was the dyeing of cloth with a reddish purple dye obtained from the madder root, later known as Turkey red. An inscription found by archaeologists at Philippi honoured a purple dye dealer from Thyatira who was a patron of a citizen in Philippi. Who knows? Maybe this was Lydia.